Hello, it's Richard. Welcome to this little video. Called Go with the Flow. So clues in the title. It's going to be a moving class. We're going to move pretty much throughout. We'll probably do a bit of long stretching towards the end. And I'm going to be doing a couple of sun salutations, 2 types. And then we're going to do probably around about 4 warrior flows. And then we'll come down to the mat, maybe take a child pose just to regroup. And then we'll come up and we'll do quite a long flow. It's a fairly complicated flow, but I will talk through each of the moves as we go. Don't worry too much about the breath, because this is really more about familiarization of these flows. So once you can get an idea of where you're going, then you can actually do it in your own class and speed it up. Maybe as we get to the second round of flows of those sets, we go a little bit quicker. So it's really more about familiarization and trying some of these postures, seeing how they work for you. Again, with any of these things, if you're uncomfortable, if it hurts, don't do it. Be compassionate with your body. Everybody's different, everybody's built differently, and some people carry constraints in places where others don't. And so I'm no exception. Some of this stuff I can do, some I can't do. I'll give it a go, but I'll be very careful about how I go in, how I come out, how I move between the postures. Before we start, I'm going to show you a posture called fallen triangle, and this comes up towards the latter in the bigger flow, and I'll show you what that is, because when we go into it, you're probably more likely to have your head down, and this might just give you a little bit of an idea of where we're going. So we will be coming into it from a downward dog position. Okay, and what it is going to lift one leg nice and high into 3-legged dog, come up onto the toes of the other foot, step that left knee forward, bring that left knee forwards, and then turn it. So this is the left knee coming down, turn it to the right, so land the outer edge of the right foot on the mat, so cross to the right side, and then bring your right heel to the floor. So the feet are effectively pointing towards the same direction. Now pushing into the mat or leaning into the mat with that left hand, lift the right hand off of the mat, lift up for a twist here. Fallen triangle, and then turn and look up at that raised hand. Bring that hand down, push into the mat with both hands, get some lift, pivot on the ball of your feet, lift back up into 3-legged dog and down. So that's fallen triangle. Quickly on the other side. So the right leg comes up on the inhale, on the exhale, right leg steps across to the left of the mat, land on the outer edge, then rotate that back heel down, push into the mat with the right hand, lift the left hand up, turn and look up, come back down, push into the mat with both hands, create some space, lift up, 3-legged dog, come back down. And then we carry on with the flow. So it might not come first time. It might feel a bit awkward, but again, be very careful about how you move through that posture. In fact, any posture, don't put yourself in any harm. All right, let's start. So we're going to start in child pose. Coming onto your fronts, taking your knees out, just slightly wider than the hip width apart. Hands to the top of the mat, let the forehead rest down, take the hips back down to the heels, and take a few slow, steady breaths here, just to get yourself centered into the body, into the breath, feeling how you feel, any tightness, feeling the ground beneath you. As you breathe in, soften through the tummy, allow the tummy to release to the floor. And as you breathe out, try to engage your pelvic floor as you pull up the muscles in the root to the base of the pelvis, up into towards your navel, and then pull your navel up in towards your rib crest as you pull everything up, engaging your root lock and your flying up lock here. Releasing, softening as you breathe in, soften the tummy, let the tummy release to the floor. So a few breaths here, just to get grounded, just get centered, bring your mind into the sensations in your body, bring your mind into the breath, bring your mind into the practice. And then slowly come up. You can stay in child as long as you want. So we're going to come into a tabletop position initially. And with a breath in, we're going to float the right arm up to the side of the head, so the left leg goes back for balancing cat. And a breath out, we're going to come back to the floor, and then sit the hips back onto the heels into child. Breathe in, balancing cat on the other side, so left arm and right leg come up. With the breath, come back down, exhale down. Keep going. Same again, so right hand, left leg, stretching a bit further, exhaling down, inhaling up, one more on this side, and down. The next inhale, come up to tabletop, pull your tummy button in, take the shoulders forwards as you lower the pelvis towards the floor, lift up through the crown of the head into a high cobra, exhaling back onto your heels, into child. 2 of these. Slowly with the breath, movement to breath, synchronized, supporting that lower back with your tummy button being pulled in, lift up through the crown of the head, shoulders back, exhale all the way back onto your heels. Inhale up into tabletop, couple of cat-cows, exhaling, rounding through the spine, dropping the head, inhaling, tummy down, lift the head, point the bum up. Exhale, round into cat pose, and then lean forward, shoulders in front of wrists, bit of nerve flossing. Inhale, come back to tabletop, drop the tummy down, sit the hips a little bit further back, just getting that spinal cord tracking through the center of your spine. Inhale, lift up, round the shoulders, shoulders forwards, come back tabletop, and all the way back. Okay, come up to tabletop, tuck the toes in, lift up into downward dog, look back at your ankles, pedal your legs here with a few breaths. Come up onto your toes on an inhale. On an exhale, heels go down. And again, up onto your toes on an inhale. Exhale, the heels down. Take the knees towards the mat as you bend the knees. On an exhale. Inhale, lift up downward dog, send the heels back. Exhaling the knees towards the floor as low as you can go. Find that stretch in the calves. Inhale, downward dog. Inhale, the left leg nice and high, 3-legged dog. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale to the floor. Drop the knees to the floor. Inhale, turn the shoulders to the left. Exhale, glide the hand under, as far across as you can, off of the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhale, turn the shoulders to the right, right hand up. Exhale, under the left armpit, gliding, not touching the floor. Inhale, lift up. Come back down. Take the hands a little bit further forwards. Tuck the toes in again. Lift up into dog. And then bending the knees here. Step in, walk in, or a little jump to the top of the mat. Tucking the chin in, rolling up to mountain, to standing. Top of your mat. Inhale the hands up, tall mountain. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, lift up. Side bend to the right. Inhale, lift up, bent knee, forward bend on the exhale. Come all the way forwards. Hands on shins. Inhale, half forward bend as you lift the spine, straighten the legs. Bend the knees, hands to the floor. Inhale as you walk back to a plank position, bringing your shoulders on top of your wrists, nice and straight through the body. Exhale, knees, chest chin to the floor. Elbows still tucked in. Inhale, the chest away from the ground, lifting up through the crown of the head, but pulling the shoulder blades back. Exhale, release to the floor. Inhale onto your knees, tuck your toes in. Exhale into downward dog. Looking up between the hands. Inhale to the top of the mat, bent knee, forward bend. Exhale, straighten the legs, fold forwards, forward bend. Tuck the chin in, bend in the knees, slowly rolling up on the inhale, bringing the arms above you as you get to the end of the inhale into tall mountain. Exhale, straight legs, swan dive down to the floor. Inhale here, and then exhale. A couple of breaths as you find that tension in the back of the legs. Bend in the knees, inhale the right leg back onto the ball of the right foot, dropping the right knee to the floor. Exhale, come upright, putting the tummy button in. Inhale the hands up, crescent moon here. Exhale, lean into this lunge. A couple of breaths here. Inhale, exhale the hands down. Lift that back knee up. Inhale back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale up into cobra. Exhale to the floor. Inhale onto your knees, tuck your toes in. Exhale into downward dog. Inhale the right leg nice and high up onto the toes of the left foot. Step the right foot forward between the hands, dropping the left knee. Inhale, sweep the hands forward and up into crescent moon. Exhale, lean into this lunge. Couple of breaths here. And then exhale the hands down, tucking the left toes in, lift the left knee up, step to the top of the mat. And slow inhale when you're ready, rolling up all the way to tall mountain. Bend in the knees, exhale, bent knee forward bend. Hands on shins, inhale the chest up, look forward, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to the floor. Inhale back to plank, all the way through. Exhale to the ground. Inhale, chest away from the floor, shoulders back, lifting up through the crown of the head. Exhale to the floor. Inhale onto your knees. Tuck your toes in. Exhale into dog. Couple of breaths here. Generating warmth in the body now, generating some looseness in the tissues, looking up between the hands, bending the knees, walk, step, or float, jump to the top of the mat, bent knee forward, bend. Inhale, slowly rolling up, standing. Inhale the hands up. Straight legs, exhale all the way down, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale back to plank. And then exhale to the floor. Tops of the feet on the mat. Inhale the chest away, cobra, pushing into the mat with the hands, lift the pelvis off the mat, high cobra. Exhale down. Inhale onto your knees, toes in. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the right leg high, come up onto the toes of the left foot. Exhale that right foot forwards between the hands, lunge. Rounding or grounding that left heel back. Inhale, windmill all the way up with that left arm, warrior two. Palms down, looking straight ahead. Couple of breaths here. Big inhale, and on the exhale, lift that back heel. Take the hands all the way down either side of that right foot. Step back into downward dog. Inhale through to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Tops of the feet on the mat. Inhale, lifting high cobra, or drive the tops of the feet in the mat, lift the knees off of the mat, pull the shoulders back into upward dog. Exhale to the floor. Inhale onto your knees, tuck your toes in. Exhale to dog. Inhaling the right leg nice and high. Inhale the left leg nice and high. On the toes of the right foot. Step the left foot forward between the hands. Ground that back heel down. Inhale, windmill all the way up to warrior two on this side. Stretching out through the hands, looking straight ahead. Couple of breaths just to establish foundation alignment and breath. And a big inhale here as you reach the fingers away from each other. On the exhale, lift that back heel, roll the hands all the way forwards to the top of the mat, low lunge. And this time, step to the top of the mat, tuck the chin in, roll all the way up to mountain. Inhale the hands up, tall mountain. Keeping the hips pointing forwards. On an exhale, turn the shoulders to the left, take the right hand in front and the left hand behind. Inhale up, turn the hip forwards. Exhale to the right, keeping the hips pointing forwards. Inhale up, palms together. Palms come down onto your chest. Ground down through your left foot. Lie on the right foot. Float the left toes off of the mat. Lean forward. Step the right foot back into a lunge position here on the ball of the foot. Inhale the hands up high, lunge. Exhale, bend the knees. Draw the arms down the side of the body. Lunge dip. Inhale, high lunge. Bring the arms up. Ground that back heel. Float the left arm in front, right arm behind. Warrior. Couple of breaths here. Turning the palm up in front of you upwards. Inhale, lift that hand up to reverse warrior. A couple of breaths here, lifting the fingers up as high as you can. Inhale. On an exhale, come back to warrior. Lean forwards, bend your elbow, forearm on thigh, and inhale that back, that right arm up and forwards for side angle. Stretching again up through the side of the body here. And then draw that right arm down towards the floor. As you lift that back heel up, the right hand comes behind like an aeroplane wing. Take the left hand behind like an aeroplane wing. Look at the top of the mat. Step forwards, bend the knees, drop the hips. Inhale the hands up into chair. Reaching up with the fingers. Drawing the knees back to find the weight come onto the heels. And use the arms as balance here to counterbalance. Firing up those quads. Pulling your belly in. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep the hands forwards and down and back as you rise up onto your toes for a balance here. Breathe. Drop the heels down. Inhale, lift up. Dropping the hands down to the floor. Inhale all the way back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Tops of the feet on the mat. Inhale up into cobra. Exhale down. Inhale onto your knees, tuck your toes in. Exhale to dog. Take a few breaths here, using dog as a restorative posture, trying to slow things down, trying to calm things down, but equally still stretching the body. Looking up between the hands, soften the knees, step, walk, or a little float to the top of the mat. Tucking the chin in, rolling up to standing, rolling the shoulders back. Inhale the hands up, tall mountain. Bring the hands down onto your chest. Ground down through your right foot. Float the left toes off of the mat, lean forwards. Step the left foot back, high lunge, ready? Inhale the hands up. Exhale, lunge dip as you bend the knees, float the arms down the side. Inhale the hands up. Ground that back heel, right arm floats in front of you, left hand behind, warrior two. Couple of breaths here, grounding through the outer edge of that back foot, pointing your front knee towards your front little toes. Turning the front palm up. Come into reverse warrior as you look up at that right hand as it comes up and backwards. Breathe in. And come all the way back. Start leaning forwards. Bend the elbow, elbow on thigh. Bring that top arm forward. Big stretch this. Look up at that left hand. Again, length through the whole side of the body. Trying to keep the body flat, shoulders on hips, on ankles. Sweep that left arm down, follow it down, and then let it go behind you. Lift the back heel up. Take the right hand back. Swept arm lunge. Looking at the top of your mat. Step forwards. Drop the hips. Inhale the hands up. Chair. Reaching up with the fingers. And breathe. And sweep the hands back for balancing chair. Onto your toes. Lift your heels. Looking down. Drop the heels. Inhale the hands up. Chair. Fold forward, bent knee forward, bend. Push into the mat with the hands. Walk back to a plank. Leveling out the body. Stay here, a few breaths, or option. Roll over to the outer edge of the right foot for side plank, stacking the feet in front of each other or putting the feet on top of each other. Come all the way down. Roll through plank to side plank. Lift the right hand up. Drop the hand down, plank, stay here, couple of breaths. Knees, chest, chin to the floor. Legs out to the width of the mat, hands out wide of the mat. Inhale into locust, lifting the legs. the chest and driving the arms down the side of the body. And release, hands down either side of the rib cage. Push up onto your knees. Sit your hips back onto your heels. You stretch out into cobra, letting the forehead come to the floor. And breathe. Stretching out through those shoulders as you drive back onto the heels. Inhale up to tabletop, tucking the toes in, lift into dog. Inhale the left leg nice and high up onto the toes of the right foot. Step the left foot forward between the hands into low lunge. Ready to inhale up into a high lunge here, high crescent lunge, looking forwards. Exhale, lunge dip, bend to the knees, drawing the arms down the side of the body. Inhale, lift up, high lunge. Exhale, float the hands down either side of that left foot. Drop the right knee to the floor, top of the right foot on the floor. Inhale, sweep the hands forwards and up into crescent moon here. Exhale, lean into this lunge, stretching out the hip flexor. Couple of breaths here. Drop the hands down either side of that left foot. Turn your shoulders to the left. Take the left hand up for a twist here. And come back down. Lift up that right knee. Bring the left hand on the inside of your left knee. And then what we're going to do is we're going to windmill our hands all the way up. Turn the three through 180 degrees. Turn all the way back the other way and drop your hands down either side of that right foot into a lunge on this side. When you're here, turn your shoulders to the right. Take the right hand up for a lunge twist. And down. Push into the mat with the hands. Step the right foot all the way back and up into three-legged dog, lifting up onto the toes of the left foot. Step the right foot forward between the hands again. Take a moment here to get your foot forward into a lunge. When you're ready, pressing into the mat with both feet. Inhale the hands up into high crescent lunge. Exhale, lunge dip. Draw the arms down the side. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, float the hands down either side of that right foot. Ready to go for three-legged dog again. Push into the mat with the hands. Step the right leg back and high into three-legged dog. Step the right foot forwards. And drop the left knee. Inhale up. Crescent moon. Exhale down. Tuck the left toes in, lift the left knee. Step up into dog, three-legged dog. This time, the right knee or right leg comes across a fallen triangle across the body to the left, outer edge of the right foot on the floor. Drop the back heel down, turn the shoulders to the left, take the left hand up, fallen triangle. Taking a couple of breaths here. Everybody catch up. Bring that left hand down, push into the mat with the hands. So you lift that right leg up again and step that right foot forward between the hands. You come to warrior three. When you're ready, push it into the mat with that right leg. Lift the arms up either side of the body and back like airplane wings. Find some balance here. Then slowly start straightening out the body to come to a standing position, sweeping that left foot forwards into standing staff as you lift that left knee up. Stay here, or if you want, cross your left knee or your left leg on top of the right leg, bend the right knee a little bit, bring your left arm under your right arm, find eagle arms here as you get the elbows crossed, palms come together if you can, lift the elbows up. Finding the balance. And and release the hands. Step to the floor, inhale the hands up, tall mounted, soften the knees, float down, Bentley forward bend. Hands on shins, lift the chest. Exhale, hands to the floor, bending the knees. Inhaling all the way back into a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Tops of the feet on the mat. Inhale all the way through and up into cobra. Exhale to the floor. Inhale up into tabletop, tuck the toes in. Exhale into downward dog. Inhale the right leg nice and high, three-leg dog onto the toes of the left foot. Exhale, step the right foot forwards. Inhale up into high crescent lunge. Exhale, lunge dip. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, float hands down either side of that right foot, dropping the left knee to the floor. Inhale, lift up into crescent moon here. Exhale, lean into this lunge. Inhale, fingers up without shrugging the shoulders. Exhale, take the hands down either side of that right foot. Inhale, turn to the right for a lunge twist. Exhale that right hand down on the inside of your right foot. Lift the back heel up and then lift or try to turn into the left. Lift your balls and your toes off the feet off of the mat as you rotate all the way around on your heels, all the way to the other side, twisting through 180 degrees. Come into a low lunge on this side. Inhale the left arm up into a twist here. Exhale down. Push into the mat with the hands. Push the left knee all the way, leg all the way back up into three-legged dog. Exhale that left foot forward between the hands. Inhale all the way up into high crescent lunge. Exhale, lunge dip. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, float forwards, either side of that left foot. Inhale all the way up into three-legged dog. Exhale the left foot forward, dropping the right knee to the floor. Inhale up into crescent lunge. Exhale, lunge dip. Inhale the fingers high, not shrugging the shoulders. Exhale, float the hands down either side of that left foot, tucking the right toes in, lift the right knee. Inhale, three-legged dog, ready for fallen triangle. Exhale, taking that left leg to the right side of the mat onto the outer edge of the left foot. Drop the right heel down, push into the mat with the left hand. As you turn to the right, take the right hand up. Fallen triangle, turning and looking up. Take a few breaths here. Come all the way down. Push the hand into the floor. Lift all the way up on the inhale to three-legged dog. Step in the left foot forward between the hands. Warrior three. Come upright, sweeping the hands back. When you're ready, take some flight here. Come into warrior three as you find the balance in that left leg. Slowly coming all the way to an upright position, standing staff, as that right knee comes forwards and up. Stay here in standing staff. Or, if you want to challenge, fold that right knee over the standing leg. Bring your right arm under, your left arm on top. Lift the elbows up into eagle. Finding the breath. Release the hands. Inhale the hands up, back to standing staff. Drop the hands down. Drop that right foot back into lunge. Step back into downward dog. Inhale the left leg nice and high. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift up. Left knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift up. Good. Exhale to the floor. Inhale the right leg up. Right knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift up. Right knee across the body to left elbow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to the floor. Inhale through to plank. Knees, chest, chin into cobra, or if you want, lower down to a half plank. Tops of the feet on the mat. Draw the chest forwards, pull forwards on the feet, lift up through the crown of the head, shoulders back, upward dog. Drop onto your knees into table, into downward dog, or use your core to pull your hips up, roll or step over the toes, downward dog. Looking up between the hands, bending the knees, step, walk, or jump to the top of the mat. Bent knee forward bend, tuck the chin in, roll up to standing, rolling the shoulders back. Inhale the hands up, palms together, tall mountain. Exhale, hands down onto your chest. Round down through your left foot, lean forwards, step the right leg back. Speed it up a bit now. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, lunge dip. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, low lunge, hands either side of that foot. Inhale, turn the shoulders to the left for a lunge twist. Exhale down, push into the mat with the hands. Inhale that left leg all the way back and up into three-legged dog. Exhale, step forwards. Inhale, wheel the hands all the way up and around as you turn on your feet 180 degrees. Exhale to the floor, low lunge. Inhale, turn the shoulders to the right, lunge twist. Exhale down. Inhale, right leg comes all the way back up into three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot forward, low lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, lunge dip. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, float forwards, low lunge. Inhale, taking that right leg all the way back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, fallen triangle, right leg across the body, ground that back heel. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot forward, low lunge. Inhale as you lift up into warrior three, Superman. Hold and breathe. Inhale. On an exhale, pull your core in. Draw your body upright into standing staff. Exhaling that knee on top of the standing leg. Left arm under, find eagle arms. Couple of breaths here. Release the hands, lift the arms up, standing staff. Exhale, lean forward, step that left foot back and float the hands down. Inhale back into dog. Couple of breaths here. And come forwards into plank and exhale slowly to the ground. Your choice of movement here. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale to the floor or roll over into downward dog. If you're going to the floor, come up into downward dog. And take a few breaths here. Inhale the left leg nice and high. Step the left foot forward between the hands and followed by the right foot, bent knee forward bend. Tuck the chin in. Roll all the way up standing. Inhale the hands up. Hands come down to your heart center. Ground down through your left foot. Lean forward, step the right foot back. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, lunge dip. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, fold forwards, low lunge. Inhale, turn the shoulders to the left, left hand up. Exhale to the ground. Gonna inhale and wheel all the way up and around, turning through feet through 180 into low lunge on this side. And then inhale, turn the shoulders to the right, right hand up. Exhale down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, lunge dip. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Fallen triangle. Exhale across to the left. Drop that back heel, left hand up. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot forwards. When you're ready, lift up into warrior three. Taking a moment here, get stability, get in the breath, get in the balance. Slow movements as you draw up into standing staff, lifting the arms up nice and wide, knee comes up about waist height. Stay here if that's enough, or crossing your knee over, drawing the left elbow under the right for eagle. Release, lift up, standing staff, fold forwards, and then lunge, step to dog. One more plank variation, inhale through to plank. Stay here or roll onto the outer edge of the right foot, lift the top leg up, balls of the feet behind you, lift up into wild thing as you drive the hips up, stretching through the front of the chest. Bring that left hand down, roll back to plank. Roll to the other side, stacking the ankles, then lift that top leg up. Rest the toes on the mat as you push forward with the hips, opening up through the whole front of the chest here. All the way down to plank, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Take a locust, feet out nice and wide, arms out nice and wide, lift up into locust. Release, hands down either side of your ribs. Push up onto your knees. Tuck your toes in, lift into dog. Stay here in dog for a few breaths or a further challenge. Lift the left leg, lift the right hand off of the mat for two-legged dog. And return. And the other way. So left hand and right leg. Or stay in dog. And move around in your dog if you're staying in your dog. Come back down. We're going to come onto our bottoms. It's in your practice. Maybe a jump through. Come down onto your lower back. Pull the knees into the chest. Massage the lower back. Drop the feet to the floor. Head and shoulders come to the floor, arms down the side of the body. Ground your pelvis in the mat, tuck your tail, lifting the lower back, and then flatten the lower back, tucking your tailbone under. Inhale the pelvis off of the mat into bridge, floating the arms up, taking the arms behind you. Exhale, arms come up and down and lower the lower back down, keeping the tailbone tucked under. And again, with the breath, inhale into bridge as you come up as high as you can, float the arms up and back with the breath. And exhale the arms up and lower down, rolling the back down. Inhale the knees up into the chest. Take your arms out nice and wide. Inhale here. On an exhale, rotate your hips to the left. Bring the knees down towards the left elbow. As they come all the way down, clamp your knees with your left hand and then turn and look back at your right shoulder as you soften through the shoulder and release here. Turn and look up, release the knees, pull the knees back to center, draw them into the chest. The higher you go, the better it is. And then when you're ready, after an inhale, exhale the knees down to the right elbow. As they come to land on the floor, clamp them down with your right hand and turn and look back at your left hand. As you soften through the shoulder, release the shoulders to the floor. Turn and look up at the ceiling. Release the knees, bring the knees back to center. Drop the feet to the floor. Join the soles of the feet together. Release the knees to the floor. Rest your hands on your belly. Just stay here for the next few breaths, breathing into the lower part of your lungs, feeling the tummy push out and release. Finding some release across your whole body. Sensing the heartbeat. Softening where you can. And following the breath. You can stay here and you can straighten your legs out for some relaxation. Turn me off. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that. Love vinyasa flows. Keeps our mind occupied. Keeps our mind away from the things that the mind gets troubled with. So I'm going to be I have put together a yoga home guide practice pack. I think it's about 28 pages of different postures, of detailed breakdown of sun salutations, pictures and words. And that's free. If anybody wants to email me, info@richardsyoga.org, I'll be gladly send you one of those in PDF. And take a look, because sometimes it's, I've said this in my posts, sometimes when you come away from a class or even a video, it's difficult to retain the sequence, the knowledge, the alignment, all of the verbal cues. So just, you know, it's there as an aid memoir more than anything. Not that you should be doing yoga with a manual in front of you, because that wouldn't be appropriate. But if, over time, when you familiarize yourself with the postures, it does help, because you can move through the flows with a lot more fluidity. In addition to that, if there's any particular sequence you want to explore, would like a home practice with those sequences, if there's any bodily constraints that you're aware of that you want to address with a home yoga practice sequence of any duration, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, even an hour, I'd be happy to have a conversation or an email about that. I would charge £25 for that, UK pounds, and I'd provide a video and a little bit of a write-up as to what it is in terms of the postures, what types of alignment tips there are. So, and then you can just then go away and practice, use the video and the verbal cues in the video to gain some familiarity with where you're going, the sequence. And the aim is that you can go through a 5, 10, 15 minute practice. Everything's locked in your head. You know where you're going. And that's when it really starts getting interesting, because you can be a bit more inventive, and you can even close your eyes and get really engaged in the feelings of the movement and the fluidity of vinyasa. Okay, so lovely. That's my pitch. I'm going to go now. I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and stay safe. And I'll see you on the mat at some point in the future, or hopefully come and join one of my public yoga classes. You'd be very welcome. Thank you very much, and namaste.